Well, this is going to be a little bit of a departure from my normal videos. Today, what's left of it is Friday, May 26, 2017. And here in the States, it's the beginning of Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day started after the Civil War when communities began to remember their fallen soldiers by decorating their graves. And roughly 620,000 people died during the Civil War. By contrast, approximately 644,000 have died in all other conflicts that the U.S. has been involved in. The Civil War touched nearly every state, city, and community in this country. As a result, communities all over the country began decorating the graves of soldiers after the Civil War ended. Now, several cities claim to have started the tradition, but Waterloo, New York is actually credited with being the birthplace of a Memorial Day service. Waterloo first celebrated on May 5th, 1866 by closing businesses and encouraging community events to honor those that had given their lives. Now, due to strong personal and even regional feelings about the Civil War, northern and southern states didn't celebrate the event together. They celebrated separately, with the southern states celebrating the Confederate soldiers that had died for that cause, and the northern states celebrating the Union soldiers that had died for the cause of the Union. And it wasn't until World War I when the country came together to honor the men and women that served, giving their lives to preserve our freedoms and way of life. As evidenced by the world wars and others since, Americans have paid the ultimate sacrifice on both foreign and domestic soil to stop tyranny and to preserve freedom for peoples all over the world. And as I was thinking of Memorial Day, I was reminded of a video that I actually watched a couple of years ago from a guy named Chandler. And I'm going to link that video at the end of this one, and I encourage you to watch it. Chandler speaks from the heart. He speaks about his feelings for our flag and the proper way to respect the flag and what it stands for. Well, that got me into thinking about my dad. My dad passed away last year on February 6th. And this is his flag. My mom gave it to me after he was interred at a naval cemetery. And I'm honored to have it. I cherish this flag. This is something I will never let go. My dad served in the Navy as a electronics technician, second class, at the end of the Korean War. He served on a ship, the USS Lloyd, and here's a picture of the Lloyd. And here's a picture of my dad, hard at work on the Lloyd. I'm sure he worked hard, but this was probably one of the funner moments. My dad loved the flag. And in the later years of his life, it was rare that he wasn't seen wearing a shirt with images of the flag on it. He had several of them, and everybody knew that he loved the flag. I learned to respect the flag from my parents. I was taught that you honored it. You never let it touch the ground. You never let it fly in the dark. You always had a light shining on it. You don't just throw a flag away when it gets old. There's a proper way to dispose of a flag. And you put your hand over your heart when you pledge allegiance to it. And while our flag symbolizes many things, one of them being our First Amendment, the right to freedom of speech, desecration of our flag always causes personal outrage within me. So if you're watching this on Memorial Day weekend, take time to remember what we're honoring on Memorial Day. It's not just a celebration as the unofficial first day of summer. Memorial Day is a day to memorialize, to honor, and to remember those that gave their lives so that we might live ours. Thanks.